Bone Crusher in the house. Braves, Cardinals. We joined the game already in progress. Top of the first. Braves have one on. Runner on first, 2 outs. Austin Riley stepping in. And boy, you sure can tell that he's been working with Chipper Jones. He takes a fastball low and inside. All right, there we are. This is the first live cast we've done since Father's Day. It's been over a month. We missed the entire month of July. Riley takes that. Now it's going to be 3-0. Austin Riley with 2 outs. Scoreboard is acting up already. The internet is screwed up tonight. Maybe it's the weather. But we'll keep it here as long as we can. Riley waits and does not swing at the 3-0. Goes 3-1. All right, there. The scoreboard fixed itself. The first thing that's gone right all night long. All day long. Riley pulls that one to the third baseman. He'll be thrown out. Not very Chipper Jones-esque. We'll talk later on in the game about how Chipper has been working with Austin Riley. You can see it in his batting average, I think. All right, let's take our first break. And again, we did have some internet issues when we tried to start the game, so hopefully those are done with, but impending weather here on the Panhandle could offer some challenges. The hunt for the playoffs continue. Braves, Cardinals. We'll be right back. I hate these fucking Geico commercials where it's like someone on a motorcycle lip syncing to like some oldie song from the 50s, like Buttercup or something, like a young black man singing white bebop music from the 50s. Just saying. Cutting edge social commentary. Edmund Carlson Goldschmidt lead it off for the Cardinals, followed by Arenado O'Neill. And the pitch. That is going to be a strike. We must have missed the first pitch. 0-2. Yeah, and with the internet issues, my Roku lost connection to the Roku remote, so I had to switch this over and watch it on the computer. That's a ball. 1-2 to Edmund, who's batting .256. So it's so I'm probably experiencing more latency than normal. Even that's a throw him out at first. Smiley is the pitcher for today for the Braves. And we are 2.5 games out of first place behind the Mets. The Phillies are a game and a half behind the Mets. So the hunt for the playoffs is real, even though we're just under 500. And I don't think we've had back-to-back wins since the All-Star break. It sure feels like that. Smiley. Just missed, ball 1. Fouled off 1-1. Dylan Carlson. 11 home runs, 44 RBIs. Another ball, 2-1. All right, there's a runner on first now. I missed the play. And Smiley is getting checked out. I wish I could switch this over to the Roku. Bada boom, bada bing. Well, it's a little early for Smiley to be getting hurt. I hope everything's all right. Okay, I see the replay, and that the Carlson hit it right back at him, and it got a chunk of him. But Smiley staying in the game. The pitch pulled, and that is a base hit. Rounder to left, 2 on, 1 out. So we're getting to Smiley quickly. And I think the weather issues causing internet issues is making this game severely delayed, I bet. Not to mention its own buffering. So hopefully we'll get through the technical issues and can bring you the game, but if not, we'll shut it down. The 1-0 pitch, ball 2. Arenado batting .261. There's 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And Arenado hits that high and deep, but foul. Let's try again to connect to the Roku device so that'll make things a lot smoother. No luck. Inside 3-1. Somewhere Sergeant Gibby is in a shotgun shack with his fist in the air. Drew Smiley. Drew needs a great pitch here. Here comes the 3-1. Oh, he tagged it. The outfielder is retreating. It is gone. 3-run homer. Arenado, Cardinals. Tag, Smiley. Shit. Man. So rough start here. Busch Stadium for the Braves. That looked to be about 400 feet. What's up, Claw? Don't step on the... Hey, buddy. Don't step on the keyboard, but... Welcome in. Hey, bud. Kitty is photobombing me. What's up, bro? And there's another single for the Cardinals. O'Neal. So I don't know if Smiley's going to get out of the first inning or not. He's only got one out. But, you know, looking at the replay of that pitch, it was outside and... Come on, Claw. O'Neal went out there and got it. So, not really a bad pitch as far as getting a hit off of. It was a bit outside. But it might be one of those kinds of nights where, you know, when the other team can just go out there and swing his stuff outside the strike zone and they're getting good wood, it could be a long night for the Braves. And there is a strike for Smiley. 0-1. Hey, Claw. What, you want food or something? Put all his bowls outside for the outside cats. Molina batting for the Cardinals. In the dirt. Smiley having a bad night. It's getting to him. We're still trying to get to the fucking Roku. You know, I was a very pro Roku kind of guy. The technology, you know, cutting the cable bill, using your internet to power your television, but the Roku, you know, at the end of the day, is a kind of a clunky thing. There's Duvall patrolling the outfield. A nice diving catch for the out. Okay, we'll reboot the Roku, but that never seems to work, but I'll try it. Cardinals enjoy a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Fastball right down the pipe. 0-1 to Bader. Batting 285, 9 home runs, 27 RBIs in 47 games. Big cut and a miss. 0-2. Fucking Roku. You son of a bitch. I think it's just Roku's just getting old and sometimes it falls off the network. And I've got a brand new AT&T modem for the fiber, so it's probably kind of like a compatibility thing almost. Upstairs, 1-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the first, Cardinals up 3-0. Smiley trying to stop the bleeding, but they've been tagging him all inning long. I'll give up on that for a minute and get down to the chat room. Swing and a miss, and Smiley gets a strikeout to end the first. Jesus Christ. Zero watching game. But I'm not even one. I don't count. I don't count. And I got on ultra low latency. Oh, that was quick. That was like a 3-second delay. Too bad I'm watching on the internet on a fucking Roku. It doesn't work. All right, let's take a break. Braves batting next. Push the button, Frank. The only thing that could make this worse if Dogecoin crashed again. Alright, let's get back to Busch. Busch. I don't remember those old beer commercials from the 80s very well. Head for the bush. I don't know. Head for the mountain. Dansby Swanson, 20 home runs, 58 RBIs. Batting 246. He leads off here in the top of the second. Get out of there, cat. Inside, 1-1 to Dansby. Claus being a troublemaker. He thinks he can have leftover Mexican. What's trouble?
1-2 to Dansby. Matt thought he was going to get that. He didn't, and it's 2-2.
And sometimes, Carl, you know, the best trade move is just acquiring somebody because they get healthy. And you get two frontline starters in August or September, you have a different situation.
Dansby, they shifted him, and that goes right.
Hey, that's great. Dansby on first. All right, top of the second. If you're just joining us, the Braves trail 3-0. But Dansby just got a single. The lead off the second for the Braves. Bone Crusher show. It's first game back in a while, right, Claw? It's been a minute. And Duvall batting for the Braves. Takes a pitch outside, 1-0. Inbound from Miami, 22 home runs on the season. So, I mean, what did we, if we had just kept him, I mean, what did we lose? How much extra do we have to pay? Probably a whole another contract just to get him back. Outside, 2-0 to Duvall. And welcome in Keckerman. What is up, Crusher? Well, Keckerman, we are trying to get this game going. We've run into some technical issues, but we're soldiering on in the hunt for the playoffs. How is it going in your neck of the woods? Outside, 3-0 to Duvall. So runner on first for the Braves, and nobody out here in the second. And we're getting more of those technical issues I mentioned, Keckerman. So yeah, we may have lost the feed for a minute. There's some weather in the area, so I think that's that might be hampering our broadcast tonight. We're going to try to soldier through some technical issues, but if we can't do it, we won't be able to do the game, which would really suck because I haven't been able to do a game in about 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, since Father's Day actually was the last game. All right, we're going to try to reset our connection with ESPN. Good. Doing aight. I can see and hear you fine for what it's worth. Good, good. So we got that part of the broadcast down. Now we can go to the next step and try to like give you the coverage of the game. And we're back. Okay. So the Braves now have 2 on with 1 out. So we missed quite a bit there. I know I've been away for a minute, but who is this guy batting for the Braves? Swing and a miss. That is a strikeout. The Braves have 2 outs.
They appear the Phillies 1.5 games back. How about Rhys Hoskins mashing tonight? 4:34 to left. 2-run dong. He also has an RBI double. 6 on 8. Lead 6-3 bottom 5.
Phillies up on the Nationals. Last check, the Mets have a 3-0 lead over the Marlins, although Miami's got 2 men on. They're in the 5th inning there. Here's Drew Smiley trying to help himself. Swings and misses at the first one. 0-97.
Hey, there's proof we've got an actual game, though. If you're able to hear some of that. All right, 2 outs, 2 on for the pitcher. A big hit here could make up for that horrid bottom of the first. He takes a strike there. 0-2 to Smiley.
Yeah, Smiley's pretty late.
Many times, almost every major league pitcher, hit 3rd or 4th for his high school team. But
I understand A-Bomb will be back home and be joining us probably about 20 minutes or so.
Started, Tim, here. Got to start earlier.
That's in the dirt. 1-2 to Smiley. And he probably went out to get one of his fancy gourmet dinners, one of his $10 mocha frappe latte, vanilla bullshits,
So you gotta stop.
Whatever people do that have lots of disposable income, whatever that stuff is, he's off doing that. Another ball to Smiley, 2-2.
Both pitchers have been throwing a lot of pitches.
Really could use a hit here from Smiley in the top of the 2nd. The pitch. He gets a piece of it, but foul. Well, he got around on it. Pulled it foul, actually. Not a bad-looking swing for the pitcher. 4 in the house. Welcome aboard. Thanks to Keckerman for getting the combo started down in the dugout. He's doing all right. How y'all doing? Go ahead, smash the light. All right, the 2-2 to Smiley. That's up high, but he swings at it and fouls it back. That would have been ball 3. So he's swinging at anything near the strike zone.
So many pitchers will get ahead 0-2, and then they start nibbling.
I mean, Smiley looks so deflated after the bottom of the first, giving up 3 runs.
All right, I'm going to empty the tank because I'm only going to go 5 innings. The flip side is
He still looks a little bummed out, but 2-2 pitch, he has a chance. Inside outs that one, but the left fielder's going to have it.
In the glove of Tyler O'Neill. So once again, Jay Happ, leadoff man aboard. In fact, both first and second hitters.
Braves strand 2 as we go to the bottom of the 2nd. Braves Cardinals continue next, and the Braves only 2.5 games out of first place. Hunt for the playoffs. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Busch Stadium. Busch beer. I would say Busch beer, like the first half of a Busch beer tastes kind of like Budweiser. And like the first half of a Milwaukee's Beast tastes like Busch. So Busch beer always been kind of like a, second-rate beer. Not a bad, American lager. Back in college, that would be considered, a good night if you had some Busch beer. And the Alexa device has just reminded producer Beth to check her blood pressure. Let's listen in just a little bit here to ESPN. Cardinals up to bat now. Oh yeah, I love when they talk about the umpires. That's what I came to see. Wow. Swing and a miss. So, wow, I didn't know that about it. Apparently tonight's umpire, the play-by-play, or the balls and strikes umpire, rescued a woman from committing suicide on the Robert Clemente Bridge. Imagine that. And Smiley strikes out the young one away in the bottom of the second. And now you know the rest of the story. What do you guys think of Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC? Man, what is Oklahoma doing in the SEC? I mean, that's not even the Southeast. I think the SEC is kind of full. We got two divisions, a lot of top-notch teams. But who wouldn't want to be in the SEC, the premier football conference in the country? Now, we've got the Longhorns in the conference as well, but there's a strike. Mr. 10,000 Steps has stepped into the dugout. Pulled foul. 1 and 2. Walked to Kroger and back. Damn, that's some fine walking. We had a big Mexican dinner tonight, and it's like, I'd go for a walk, but I'm gonna do this game. The pitch, that's gonna be hit straight away, but out number 2. We haven't been able to get Mexican food here because of all the tourists have been in town, and they just don't answer the phone at that point. You drive by, there's like 6 families just waiting outside to get in. You're like, I'm not even going to try. But I know some Chinese places that rarely get too beaten up by the tourists. Go where the locals go. That is hit the other way. Back to the top of the lineup for the Cardinals. Tommy Edman. Swing and a miss. Big cut, no dice. And don't forget, 7th inning stretch, we'll have our crypto update. What the hell has been going on in crypto land? In the dirt, 1 and 2. Nobody on. 2 outs, bottom of the second. I was worried for a minute there that Smiley was going to get knocked out of the first inning, but he got through it and has settled it down. In the dirt again. We've got a soccer update down in the chat box. We're going to get to that in a sec. Now that goes off the catchers, or got a piece of the umpire, and we hate to see that to this umpire. I forget his name, but I always remember the Robert Clemente bridge story. And when he rescued that woman off the Robert Clemente bridge from committing suicide, he said, "Safe." All right. I hate puns, and they're talking about it over there. They're checking on the ump. The training staff has come out. I guess the doctor from the Cardinals team has come out. He knows what a humanitarian this umpire is. Yeah, he took one on the side of the face there, knocked the mask clean off. So while they're checking him out, let's get that MLB soccer update. Montreal leading Atlanta 1-0 in 62 minutes of play. So if I understand that right, that's about what? That's 2/3 of the game. It goes 90 minutes plus like makeup time or something. I guess I was watching a soccer game recently, and I was watching something that ended in a tie. I'm like, what? Oh, a tie. Oh, yeah, I forgot about ties. I think I'd rather have a tie. Speaking of the SEC football, I'd rather have a tie in college football than those ridiculous 5 overtime extra, where you get the ball at the 35 or whatever. I think that's stupid. And we're back into play, and that's going to be popped to right field and caught for the 3rd out. I'm getting a good look of Freddie Freeman walking off the field, so I guess he'll be batting in the bottom of the inning. And Freddie Freeman batting since the All-Star break near 400. So Freddie Freeman is back. We got a lot of guys still coming back from injury. We made some moves. So I think the Braves are going to make a playoff run. Only 2.5 games behind the Mets, a game behind the Phillies, and a lot of baseball to play. By the way, Dogecoin sitting at 20 cents. We'll talk about Dogecoin more at 7th inning stretch, and we'll also be talking about Ethereum, which has really been bulletproof in the past 2-3 weeks. And Doge has just dropped to 19 cents. All right. We'll be right back. Braves batting next. Bone Crusher Show, sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. We got some sports swag in the description of this video. Be sure to check that out. And there's also a link to go to treasurehunt.ga/sportsfans. For the Olympics on tonight, I didn't. I've been checking out a good bit of Olympics. I can't tell if they're playing Olympics or just in a commercial. As we come back to Busch. Ozzy Albies takes the first pitch he sees for a ball. Takes another pitch, also for a ball. I believe we're back to the top of the order. No longer occupied by, I was about to say Rafael Furcal. Ronald Acuna Jr. This is the first game I've done since Acuna got hurt. So it's been that long since I've been able to do a game. Ozzy takes another ball. It's 3-0 here in the top of the third. NFL right around the corner, A-Bomb is reporting. Hope the Falcons can go 11-6 or 10-7. Hey, those are some playoff numbers right there, A-Bomb. I would be very happy with either one of those. I did miss the last pitch. It's now 3-1 to Ozzy. And then I'm going to go on a rant. He fouls that off, 3-2, about Ronald Acuna Jr. I said this before he got hurt. I said he was trying too hard. He had been told he was a lollygagger, that he needed to hustle more. I said he was going to get himself hurt. And Ozzy is going to ground that one to the shortstop, who throws him out. One away in the top of the third. So, you know, Acuna always had kind of, I'll just say, a smooth kind of approach to the game. Maybe he wasn't Charlie Hustle, but we saw him bang himself up all season long. All right. Maybe I'll go on that rant later. And some more new names there for the Braves. We made some moves. All right, we got this guy in from KC. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Top of the third. One out, nobody on for the Braves. Down by 3. Happ pitches and fires outside. Sponsored by KC Masterpiece Barbecue Sauce Bold. And there's a strike, 2-2. I know A-Bomb was pretty excited about the ginger ale bold. I like bold barbecue sauce. You know, usually when I buy something that says it's bold, he's going to pull that one right to the third baseman. Out number 2. All right, Freeman batting next. I mentioned is batting near 400 since the All-Star break. I mean, the commercial says it's bold. You get home, yeah, it's not that bold. Freddie Freeman golfs that one deep left, but the outfielder gives chase. Out number 3, 1 pitch. Down goes Freeman. Quick work of the Braves in the top of the third. Cardinals at bat next. More play-by-play reactions straight ahead on the Bone Crusher Show. Thanks for joining us on this nationally televised Atlanta Braves game. The first one we've had since Father's Day. Welcome back to Busch Stadium in the Bone Crusher Show. Braves, Cardinals tonight. Cardinals at an even 500 on the season. Braves still knocking on that door. But yeah, Ronald Acuna Jr. I mean, I know that every now and then he would not hustle on a play and it would look really bad. And we're back here. First pitch is a ball. Bottom of the third. Cardinals at bat. That is also a ball. I think Acuna would still be playing this season if they had, somewhere in the offseason, they sat down with Acuna and had a talk. That's pulled right to Dansby, out number one. They said he needed to hustle, and they got that message through to him, and I think he overdid it. I think he took that message too far. And we saw him hurting himself trying to on a pickoff play. Then he blew out his Achilles just shagging a ball. That's popped foul. So what sport in the Olympics, if you've been watching some Olympics, do you think does not belong in the Olympics? Goldschmidt takes a strike, 0-2. Skateboarding tricks. I mean, skateboarding on, the half pikes and the pikes and all that stuff, that's maybe. But the trick skateboarding, there's a ball 1-2 to Goldschmidt. Didn't feel like an Olympic sport. In the dirt, 2-2 to Goldschmidt. Smiley's pitch count at 47. Keckerman is going to say badminton does not belong. Well, to producer Beth, those are fighting words. Badminton, one of the national pastimes of the Philippines. But I see where he's coming from. I mean, tennis, I'm not sure I even want tennis to be an Olympic sport. That's hit back. I mean, that's like baseball or golf. Those are kind of borderline. And there's going to be a pop up to center for out number 2. Down goes Goldschmidt. I can't think of a worse sport than like skateboarding tricks. If you saw the skateboarding tricks on the Olympics, it's like, everybody messes up a lot. They fall down a lot. They might execute about half the tricks, actually. I mean, it's, if you can drive by, A-Bomb probably saw this. They're going to appeal to first, and that is going to be who the fuck knows? It's a strike. 0-1 to Arenado. A-Bomb probably saw this walking to Kroger, probably saw some guys, and there's a swing and a miss. 0-2, doing skateboarding tricks on the curb of the Kroger. You can get that same shit they're doing on the Olympics outside the Kroger. The exact same thing. High 1-2 to Smiley. Hey Bob, not keeping up with the Olympics. And that is going to be a base hit to left for the Cardinals. Stand up double. Let's listen into that Busch crowd react.
And the Braves wanted that pitch inside. They just wanted it lower. And Smiley elevated it hitting zone.
All right. All right. Thank you, ESPN, for that live listen in to Busch Stadium. As Arenado sits on first. Check it, second base for the Cardinals. I mean, the Olympics has been on NBC for like a week straight, non-stop. I might just turn it on and mute it. Swing and a miss. 1-1. The world's skinniest man won the high jump contest. In the dirt, 2-1. I mean, I enjoy the sprinting, right? The track and field stuff, some of the swimming. Oh, here, the synchronized diving. You know, this is just as bad as the synchronized swimming. Maybe worse. First to 2-1. Just missed. 3-1. Smiley can't believe he didn't get a strike on that. So runner on second for O'Neill with 2 outs. Synchronized diving. It is what it sounds like. The 3-1, Smiley. He is pulled foul. O'Neill way ahead of that one. Yeah, so 2 guys, or girls, I guess, take like a 2-step synchronized walk down the diving board, and then they do the same dive, like a 2.5 twist or whatever. It's amazing. Full count pitch is a walk. I mean, if you like seeing one guy dive, seeing another guy do the exact same dive at the same time. Synchronized swimming needs to go. Yeah, thank you, A-Bomb. Producer Beth noticed that they do have a lot of swimming events. And Molina takes that outside, 1-0. So 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the third. Cardinals with a 3-0 lead, trying to add to that. And they got the veteran Molina at bat now. There's like 10 different kinds of swimming strokes, and there's a medal for each one and about 20 heats to get to that as Molina pops that one up. And that will be out number 3. Well, Braves got out of that jam. But, when we watched, I guess, some of the sprinters and the pole vaulters, some serious athletes, just pushing what the human body can do, seeing world records drop in a 100-yard dash, stuff like that. I mean, the 100-yard dash might be the sexiest sport, on the planet. You're sitting there watching that saying, well, here's the fastest man on the planet. This is what the human body can do. They're pushing 9.5 seconds now. You won't get to the finals if you can't run a sub 10. And Keckerman really does not care for badminton. What is it about the badminton that you really don't care for? Is it the shuttlecocks? I mean, I would play badminton just, so I can... Oh, look, my shuttlecock is out of bounds. Let me Go retrieve my shuttlecock. Well, that's a perfectly acceptable word. We've owned a badminton set, you know, have that up in the backyard, have some Lynchburg lemonades, play a little badminton. You know, that's not a bad afternoon, really. What's that other yard sport? What's it called? Crochet? What's that other yard sport where you hit you have a little wooden mallet and you hit the ball around? Croquet? Yeah, croquet can be an Olympic sport, and then maybe crochet. All right, we are heading back to Busch for Austin Riley. Now, Austin Riley, I mean, wow, what a turnaround. He is pushing the 300 average. Last I checked, he was batting about 290. And here's a guy who got a lot of one-on-one with Chipper Jones. Austin Riley pulls that one right to the shortstop, out number 1. You know, those two guys kind of cut from the same cloth. Both third basemen, you know, both kind of country. You might say they're both crackers. And good for Austin Riley to listen. I mean, I know that they would spend late days at the stadium working on their swing. They'd even go out to Hooters, you know, afterwards and talk about it some more. There is a strike 0-1 to Swanson. .58 RBIs on the season for Swanson. Swing and a miss, big cut there. 0-2. Tetherball. Well, yeah, what will be the next Olympic sport? And Swanson gets a piece of that one. Slow rolling, swinging bunt, and he's safe at first. Excuse me. And there is a new feature. I'll let A-Bomb know about this. What's that, Producer Beth? Oh, stone skipping. Yes, there is a world championship of stone skipping in Scotland every year. We saw some of that. I immediately grabbed some stones and went over to the bay. So maybe stone skipping will be in the Olympics. I forgot what I was going to say before that. And there is a shallow out. Dansby has to head back to first. That pop out to center. 2 outs for the Braves. Runner on first. Cardinals mullet guy is out there posing. When you have a mullet and you're cocky as fuck. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. We were talking about the stone skipping. That's great. All right, Heredia at bat now. Oh yeah, there's a new feature on YouTube live streams. 1-0 pitch is in the dirt. 2-0 to Heredia. So if you're watching somebody's live stream, this it might be a beta, so you might not see this on everybody's live stream, but right next to the like and dislike button, look for a clip button, a new button there called clip. And if you see that, and someone you're watching has a great moment, you can make a clip and it'll grab like up to 55 seconds or something like that. I don't remember the details, but look for that on your favorite YouTuber's live stream. I thought that'd be a great way to get some clips of A-Bomb for those top 10 market program directors who might be listening to his channel. If you are a top 10 PD and you're looking for A-Bomb and you made it to this channel by accident, he's actually our moderator. So you can, if you need to, just comment in the chat box and we'll make sure he gets that message. Okay, so that clip features has not made it to my channel yet, I guess. And Heredia pulls that one pretty far, pretty deep. One bouncer to the wall. And Dansby comes across. The first run for the Braves tonight. 3-1. That was a rocket. Let's listen in to that Busch Stadium crowd now.
Himself in scoring, gets a good secondary, and already does a beautiful job of turning the hands in on a cutting ball that was running in towards his legs. But Swanson scores easily, so big hit, big time, but credit Swanson for stealing that bag.
The numbers aren't huge on Guillermo Heredia, but Schnicker was effusive in his praise over all the things that he's meant to this team this year. He said, I didn't know he was going to make the team out of spring training. And one of the things he's done is hit doubles. 8.4% of his plate appearances this season, the highest rate in baseball. And incredible energy on the bench, said his manager. He wished he could tap into that vein, whatever it is that he's got in that system.
All right. Thank you, ESPN. All right, Braves have a runner on second. 2 outs. Down by 2. The 1-0 pitch. Foul. Smiley on deck. All right. 1-1 to Vogt coming up. The pitch. That's going to be hit straight away center field, but the outfielder is going to have a beat on that. Out number 3. So that's going to end it for the Braves in the top of the 4th, and that means the pitching hole will be the next batter when the Braves come up next inning. But we got one back, 3-1 now. And 6 in the house. Welcome aboard. Braves Cardinals tonight. It's our game of the week. It's our game of the month. We've been away for a minute, but we are back on this national game. The Braves, 1 game from 500 yet again. They are 2.5 games behind the Mets. The Phillies are a game and a half behind the Mets, so it's a 3-way race for the playoffs. This is the hunt for the playoffs. The Braves loaded up. We got guys coming back from injury, so we are definitely going to make a push for it. Yes, thank you, A-Bomb. Smash the like, murder the sub, and definitely want to ring the bell so you know when we go live. We lost hundreds of people that way. That feature got disabled on all of our followers for some reason. So if you've missed some games, we apologize for that. So you may need to re-ring the bell if you've had any problems. We're at 462 subscribers on our march to 1,000. Then we get the super chat. Then we get the money. Then we give up the rat race. All right, we are in a break, so let's step aside for just a quick moment. The Bone Crusher Show is sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Got some swag for you down in the chat or in the video description on YouTube, so you can look there for some couple of select items, or you can just hit the link to go to her sports fans page. And of course, if you're in the market for some original artwork, That is also for you at treasurehunt.ga. And by the way, the Phillies are up on the Nationals 8-4. All right, we are back at Busch, and that pitch is a strike. That's fouled back 0-2. To Bader. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The pitch. That's going to be pulled to Dansby's got that deep in the hole. He fires, and it's late. All right, Harrison Bader on first. Mr. Mullet. You know, that guy can get some, can drink some Busch beer. He probably has a huge stockpile in his contract. You're going to play at Busch Stadium and you wear a mullet like that, you probably have some free Busch in your contract. DeYoung, and he hits that foul, 0-1. And that's not just a mullet, that's like a perm. You got to be one cocky son of a bitch to have a permed up, bleach blonde mullet. Just inside, 1-1. Smiley still pitching for the Braves, 67 pitches. He has settled down since having a terrible first. Throw over to first, not in time. Does anyone have an opinion on DaBaby? A-Bomb with our question of the day in the dugout there. Over to first. Rapper DaBaby. I know. You know what? A-Bomb is following the story a lot more closely. I was watching the Olympics while A-Bomb was watching, DaBaby's homophobic rants. I don't know what he said. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Paul DeYoung. But it is, a hot story right now. A lot of people are taking sides. Drove to first, not in time. Bottom of the fourth. Cardinals up 3-1. That's in the dirt, 2-2. What was your favorite part of the Olympics? Here's the 2-2. Off the handlebars. Everyone gives chase, and we got it. All right, Vogt, the catcher. V-O-G-T. I think he's the guy in from KC Masterpiece. So that was a very nice defensive play from the veteran catcher. I think he's 39 years old. Maybe his best days are behind him, but he is still pretty elite. Pitcher is going to be batting now for the Cardinals. Shows bunt, and that's foul. 0-1. 1 out, runner on first. This game is in St. Louis tonight, so it was a little bit later start time. That worked out to my advantage. I was busting my ass to get out of work on time. Over to first and on time. It's like, you know what, boss, all this other shit, it's just going to wait till I come back on Friday. I'm out of here. Shows bunt. Another foul. 0-2. So Happ is going to be forced. Well, he might still try to bunt. We've seen some people bunt 0-2, but usually they don't do that. Showing bunt again. Popped up, and he got it out. Riley catches that in the air, so that's an out. It would have been strike 3 anyway, because it's a bunt. It was in foul territory. Maybe the 100-yard dash was my favorite part of the Olympics. You know, a lot of people talking about Simon. What's her last name? Simone Bios. Simone, I don't know. She got what's, in baseball, they call it the yips. But in gymnastics, it's called the twisties. So, you know, an elite Olympic athlete gets a case of the twisties or the yips and pulls herself out. She couldn't stick her landings. She, was going to hurt herself, and then she comes back yesterday and grabs bronze in the balance beam. She is one of the girls that the Olympic doctor went to jail for sexual abuse. So she comes with a lot of baggage, and that's basically what happened. And that's going to be pulled right to Riley. Throw to first in time. Out number 3. That'll do it for the Cardinals. Nothing doing there. So she was expected to go in there and clean house and get a lot of medals. And is that all she got? And I think she got a silver too. Yeah, it's a mental health thing. It was, obviously when you talk about things like the yips, it's usually a psychological issue, right? So I guess, if you get raped enough by the team doctor, you might get a case of the yips. I guess that's what it came down to. So I don't know. She wasn't raped. I don't know what the case was, but the doctor of the Olympic U.S. team is in jail, right? And that story broke some years ago, but okay. Well, she was, I don't know, someone touched her inappropriately. I don't know what the hell happened, but she's constantly speaks out about that. All right, we are in a break. And Dogecoin sitting at 19.9. We're still hoping the Dogecoin sees all-time highs before the end of the year. We're hoping that Q1 next year, when Doge 1 heads to the moon, literally, that the hype machine will be in full effect. You're also seeing Dogecoin get implemented in a lot more payment systems. But right now, it's just sitting there at 19-20 cents. Meanwhile, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, all up about 30% in the last month, the last 2 or 3 weeks. Dogecoin up about 8-9%. We'll have the crypto update during the 7th inning stretch. Now back to Busch. And we'll start off the top of the 5th. Almonte will be batting. He takes a ball 1-0. Dr. Larry Nasser. So I don't remember what Dr. Larry did, but I believe he's in jail for it. Outside at 2-0. Well, who did what to Simone? There's a strike, 2-1. Pitch count at 71 for Happ. Fastball inside, caught the plate, 2-2. Nobody out, nobody on, top of the 5th. Braves down by 2 at St. Louis. The Cardinals at an even 500 on the season, and the Braves 1 game under 500 yet again. Foul back. Well, since the last time we went live, 5-6 weeks ago, finally I've quit being targeted by Hardee's commercials. So that's good news. Chase that one out of the strike zone, hit it foul. Still 2-2 to Almonte. But if I'm ever on, near a Hardee's off the side of an interstate at 6 in the morning, before work, I'll stop in for their chicken biscuit. Downstairs, full count. Almonte digs in. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 out. All right, RC Cola. That's what we're crushing tonight. Swing and a miss. Ozzie batting now. Back to the top of the lineup. So we know that Drew Smiley's done for the day. Pitch to Ozzie, down in the dirt. Kicks and fires. Ozzie reaches out and hits that into left for out number 2. He chased that one outside and tried to turn on it. So when you see the batters pulling stuff that are outside, you know they are not going to get good wood. That it's not a good swing. Either their timing's up or they're trying to hit it, trying to hit home runs, or we've seen Riley's been able to go the other way. There's a deep fly ball to center field, and that is out of here. Home run, Braves. A solo shot.
Ball game.
And 8 homers in his last 11 games. And Doug is one strong man.
And the vast majority of his home runs have been to the center of the field, sort of alley, gap to gap. Hasn't had a lot of pull success this year, but he has been able to do his work in the middle of the field. And with that kind of power, he can make center field look awfully small.
He knew it too. 107, 108 miles off the bat. Jorge Soler leaves the yard, and it's a one-run game.
All right, Soler with the solo home run. So Freddie Freeman, the tying run at bat, who I mentioned earlier, has been batting near 400 since the All-Star game. .292 on the year, 24 home runs, 60 RBIs. We knew he had a slow start to the season. That's hit foul. But we knew Freddie Freeman would be Freddie Freeman and be back. And here he is in prime form, just when the Braves need him most. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Freddie Freeman. And that's fouled off the other way. Freddie Freeman, they do use the shift on him a lot. And the other day, I think he was like in the 9th inning, he tried to bunt. You don't see Freddie Freeman try to bunt too often. He golfs that one. It's going to be a slow rolling, swinging bunt. Flip over to first base. Not in time. The first baseman tries to get it to the catcher, or excuse me, to the pitcher covering first, but not in time. Freddie Freeman on first. And he is gassed. So let's see what happened here. What went wrong? Well, let me see that again. I can't tell if the pitcher missed the first base. Oh, he did not miss the base. So did Freeman beat it out? Or is that a bad call? I think we're going to have a review here. Yep, the review gear is coming out, and they've got a female holding all the review gear. I call it the crotch cam, but there's a female involved. I don't know if I can call it the crotch cam. So, that's even on the slow motion replay. I don't know if he beat it out. It looks like it's a tie. So this is going to be an interesting call. The pitcher does get the base with his heel just as Freeman steps on the base. Freeman, as he crosses first, signals that he's safe. The first base ump obliges, but this is under review, and they're calling him out. Oh, I didn't think there was enough evidence to overturn that. Well, crap. 3 outs, that will do it. But we get a solo homer. Down by 1 now. And welcome in Burks, host of Burks Vlogs. What did I miss? Well, let's get Burks and anyone else who's just tuning in up to date on what's going on. Obviously, the score is 3-2. The Braves have had 2 solo home runs. The last one by Soler. Am I pronouncing that right? And Smiley was the starting pitcher for the Braves. He gave up 3 in the first. Got rocked in the first, but after that he settled down. So that's where we're at now, a 3-2 game. I do believe the Phillies won their game 8-4. All right, let me go put this other device on the charger, and we'll be right back on the Bone Crusher Show with more Braves and Cardinals. avoid the Noid. Have you seen these Domino's commercials that shows the pizza being delivered in a driverless, it's not even a car, it's like a little, I don't know what it is, but it's like a little tiny clown car that goes around delivering pizzas without a driver? Is that a fake thing just for the commercial? Does that really exist? Richard Rodriguez is the new pitcher for the Atlanta Braves, inbound from Pittsburgh. 2.6 ERA. We are underway here in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch is going to be ground to Freddie. He thinks about flipping it to the pitcher, but instead puts it in his pocket, steps on first, one away. Yeah, I agree with Burks. The Braves have certainly made some moves, tried to position themselves, give them a chance at making the playoffs here. It's our job to support them. We're only 2.5 games behind the Mets. I think, considered all that's happened this season with injuries, we're pretty fortunate to be where we're at. Goldschmidt batting now for the Cardinals. He's going to take a ball, 1-0. That is fouled off. The Noid is back. 93 on the radar. I guess he batter went around there, so a strike 2, 1-2. Yeah, Burks was probably too young to remember, but the Noid was like a advertising campaign from probably the late 80s. That is high, 2-2. And I think A-Bomb still has his Noid costume when he worked at Domino's. It was a stupid campaign then. And that is going to be hit to Ozzie. Throw to first in time. 2 outs. Down goes Goldschmidt. And I was just thinking about Domino's Pizza. I remember back in the early 90s, we worked at this radio station in Milledgeville, and they would bring us free pizza. We would just call them and ask them. They'd bring it, give it to us free. And you give them a shout out on the radio, and the pizza was so much better then. I enjoyed the Domino's back then. Now it's like dog food. Either my taste buds have matured or that shit's changed. I know that Pizza Hut isn't the same either. The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike, 1-1 to Arenado, who was 2 for 2 with a home run on the night. So Rodriguez for the Braves pitching. Vogt is our catcher. Dansby to Freeman in time, out number 3. A lot of new names to learn. Cheaper ingredients, yeah. Last time I was at a Pizza Hut, I kind of peeked back there a little bit to the kitchen, or what goes, is an excuse for a kitchen these days, and you can kind of see the same thing over at Little Caesars. It's like the ovens are different. Like the ovens are made for cooking these cheap pizzas. So I don't know if it's maybe some sort of like dry fryer. It's not like a real oven or something. I'm gonna have to look into that. So the whole process has changed. The ingredients are different. Quality is worse. It's not even cooked the same. And we just watched like a documentary on Pizza Hut. How it got its start. There's these two guys. I don't remember where they were from, but they had a store in, I think, Nebraska. And when Pizza Hut first started their delivery attempts to offer like delivery, because Domino's was offering delivery, they used mopeds. So all these drivers had scooters. So Nebraska, in winter, they decided to start doing scooter-based delivery, and Pizza Hut corporate got a lot of complaints about cold food that winter in Nebraska. We are in a break. The Braves will be batting next. We'll get you an update on the badminton score in a little while. We do have an update for you. Mets 4, Marlins 3. That game is in the 8th. Definitely want to keep an eye on that. Astros Dodgers 1-1 in the first. All right, Braves at bat, down by 1 in the top of the 6th. New pitcher for the Cardinals is Helsley, 4.64 ERA. The first pitch was a strike, by the way. Riley, at bat, 0 for 2 on the night. That is high and outside. He's got a little bit of that Chipper Jones bat wiggle now. And Brandon Schutz has just shown up in the dugout. Welcome aboard, Brandon. Ooh. Riley totally misread that one. 97 mile an hour swing and a miss. So 1-2 count. The pitch. That's low in the dirt. 2-2. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 6th. Brandon, doing well tonight. How is it going in your neck of the woods, Brandon? I've been busier than I prefer to be this week, past couple of weeks. Swing and a miss. Down goes Riley. So tomorrow, a big project that I've been working on as a freelancer comes to an end tomorrow morning. In fact, I've done everything I'm going to do for it. I'm just going to go to their webinar or whatever and just kind of back them up on the video I created. I mean, these guys are paying good money for me just to sit around and dick around and make videos. Just proof that lawyers have too much money. Swanson at bat. Swing and a miss. Braves down by 1. 1 out, top of the 6th. Dansby batting .250. 20 home runs. Dansby goes the other way, and that's going to be a base hit. The second baseman tries to climb the ladder but can't snag it. So Swanson at first with 1 out. I did not see the Astros game last night, Brandon. What did we miss there? and A-Bomb has found the badminton emoticon. Yeah, I played badminton growing up. My mom was a good badminton player. She would beat the pants off me in badminton until she broke her hip. Adam Duvall. And there's a strike. Adam does not swing at that one. The former Brave, then Marlin, now a Brave again. Here's the 0-1 to Duvall. Low. 100 miles an hour from Helsley. Bringing the heat, throwing the BBs. Astros won last night. Pre-know my thing. Here's the 1-1. That is also low. Another 100 miles an hour. Hey, if you can't find the strike zone. His last 3 pitches have all been 100 miles an hour. Will we get a 4th straight fastball? That is outside. 3-1. Only 91 miles an hour. Sort of a splitter cutter thing there. I don't know if this guy even throws a changeup. Duvall sits back, waits for the 3-1. Hitters count. He's got to throw a strike. And Duvall lifts that one. The outfielder is retreating to the wall. It is gone. Home run. Adam Duvall. This game has just been tied. Just a little crush. Check it. We had a runner on. The Braves have taken the lead. Yeah, we had Swanson on. 4-3 Atlanta. That was a high heater, and he just launched it. He just turned on that 99 mile an hour. You know, you can throw 100 miles an hour, but 100 mile an hour pitches go out of the stadium real fast. That was about 4 rows deep, center field. First pitch to Heredia is a ball. Oh, Braves have that 500 average in sight now. We've just gone ahead in the top of the 6th. Yeah, there's a strike right down the pipe. The first off-speed looking thing we've seen so far from this guy. 23rd home run of the season for Adam Duvall. And another changeup wildly misses. All right, Braves fans, we got the lead now. Big swing and a miss. Heredia stumbles around. Yeah, I guess another, we were talking about the Olympics earlier. One of the more controversial things at the Olympics this year are the bikinis. The women are required to wear bikinis in some events. The 2-2. That is low and inside. full count to Heredia. So like the women's beach volleyball team had to do a photo shoot. And they were forced to wear their bikinis. And I think one of the beach volleyball teams, maybe it was the Norwegian team, absolutely refused to do it. And they got like a small fine, and pop star Pink paid their fine. So that's been the big controversy in the Olympics this year, is the bikinis. And Heredia turns on that one. Ooh, line drive out to the left fielder. Hit it really hard. But out number 2. So I've been very aware. I hadn't thought about it before, but I've been very aware now of watching the beach volleyball and the bikinis and any other event where these women, like the pole vaulters, they're wearing, bras and panties. Now, as I understand, I haven't fact-checked this, but I was under the belief that back in ancient Greece, where the Olympics got their start, that they performed much of that in the nude. Swing and a miss. And the fans at Busch Stadium trying to get the wave going. Not successful, though. Stephen Vogt, inbound from Arizona. The veteran catcher. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Astros down for no one. And A-Bomb with a bikini emoticon. Man, I could just do my whole show in emoticons. The 0-2 pitch. 101 miles an hour, but high. And I'm thinking, what if one of these girls had like a 1970s hairy bush and they had to wear those bikinis? If that would be my protest if I were them. That's in the dirt, 2-2. I would just, have such a 1970s hairy bush that they'd be like, oh God, you can't wear a bikini. 2-2 pitch. Nobody on, 2 outs. Outside, full count. So the guy, guy's got some heat. He doesn't have a lot of control. Not tonight, anyway. Here comes the 3-2. And that's a walk. Runner on first for the Braves with 2 outs. See if we can add to that 1-run lead we have. And Cardinals coach inching his way to the edge of the dugout. He's thinking about making a change. And there it is. He's going to give it the hook. So it's going to be the jitterbug call to the bullpen, the cell phone for old people. Oh, there's a nice stat you guys will like, that our pickups Duvall and Soler, they've gotten home runs tonight. So our 2 recent acquisitions stepping up and giving the Braves a lead tonight. Like that. So that is a call to the bullpen. We are in a break. Maybe disc golf could be an Olympic sport too. I want to see a very dirty hippie win a gold medal. A very dirty hippie trying to make an impossible shot. I want to see Mike Worth out there for the gold. But yeah, those bikinis now, all of a sudden, the women's volleyball uniforms those volleyball shorts seem conservative now. I always thought those were kind of risque, but now those bikinis, yeah. I can't imagine having to try to do something athletic, in just some Speedos, unless I'm swimming. Even then, I don't want to wear Speedos when I'm swimming, much less pole vaulting in front of millions of people or sprinting down, the track like I'm a naked, innocent French boy roaming the countryside. I wonder in the history of the Olympics, I wonder how many of those guys in the Speedos and the male bikinis have gotten boners on on TV. We are in a break. Trying to see if I wrote down anything worth mentioning. I haven't been keeping my normal show prep notes because I've been live for a while, so I need to get back in that habit. We need to get A-Bomb a weekend show over at 680 The Fan. We just gotta get that air check together. All right, new pitcher for the Cardinals, McFarland. The 0-1 pitch almost hits the batter. Adrianza is now batting. .255 average, 4 home runs. That is low, 2-1. I guess it was the first day of school or something. Seen a lot of those back to school posts on Facebook, so I think the tourist traffic's gonna be a little slower now. And there's a change up for a strike. 2-2 to Adrianza. I was actually able to go to the Mexican restaurant tonight, get some takeout. Even though they were slammed, there was people already queuing up. Between the tourist season, between the work shortage, the employee shortage. And Adrianza reaches out for that one, and it's going to be hit pretty deep. But the left fielder has that. Out number 3. So the tourists, for example, the Wendy's in town is drive-through only. That you can't, if you make an online order, I could make an online order before and just walk into the store and go up to the counter and go, yo, I'm here. But now I make my online order, I got to get to the back of the line at the drive-through. So, and it takes 30 minutes no matter what you do at the Wendy's. So I can't go fast food anymore. Hardly. Can barely get Mexican takeout. The struggle is real. And Cincinnati crew has entered into the dugout. Welcome aboard, Cincinnati crew. It is Braves and Cardinals tonight here on the Bone Crusher Show. We're in a break right now. And I'm just lamenting, hey, I'm an American. I shouldn't have to wait 30 minutes to get my McWendy's. And they've taken side salads off the menu at Wendy's. So I was going to get a side salad to go with some leftover grilled chicken, and you couldn't get it. No side salads. No half salads anymore. You can only get a big salad. We'll be back to Braves and Cardinals just a moment. We're in a break right now. I believe the Phillies went on to beat whomever the fuck they were playing, and the Mets were leading the Marlins by 1. So we're 2.5 games behind the Mets. And in the last week, I heard A-Bomb say this. I heard the announcers on Braves radio refer to the Mets as the Metropolitans, and I had forgotten, that name. I had forgotten all about the Metropolitans. And you think, a name like that, it doesn't really kind of fit that New York Mets fan stereotype. We're on our way to an opera. Matzek will be pitching now for the Braves. 2.70 ERA. Wants to shut down the Cardinals. Bottom of the sixth is underway with a strike. 96 from Matzek. Catches the corner. Welcome into the Bone Crusher Show. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Here's the 0-1. High and tight. Ball. On the 2 days a week, I actually drive into work. It takes an extra 5 minutes to get there. But I refuse to leave early. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to O'Neill, who's 1 for 1 on the night. Low T Nation. Oh, okay. We have a couple of low T sufferers in the dugout. And we can have that conversation. That's inside. 99 on the gun from Matzek. Counts 2-2. I recently have had some blood work done, and they did say my T was a little bit low for someone my age, but if I wasn't having any symptoms, not to worry about it. So I'm thinking of next time I go back, there's a swing and a miss. Down goes O'Neill, 1 away. Next time I'm there, I'm going to say, hey, let's do another blood test, and it comes back again. I'm going to say, well, let's go give me a little testosterone. Go ahead, I'm 47. Juice me up a little bit. I want to get a tube of that andro gel. I know A-Bomb said his insurance doesn't cover it. Mine probably does. I need to look. It might not cover it either. Swing and a miss. Molina at bat now for the Cardinals. But if you use the Good RX discount card, you can probably get it way off the retail price. Maybe not quite as cheap as the insurance company would give it to you if they covered it. Another swing and a miss. 0-2 count to Molina. So Matzek is delivering. He is bringing it for the Braves. Looking sharp. 0-2 count. 1 out. Nobody on. Braves lead by 1 in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch. He swings at the high heater, and that's going to be fouled off. Freeman's going to get it. Out number 2. Nice play in foul territory. Yeah, when our friend Chris Davies' dad, he was getting really up there in age, wasn't really able to take care of himself too much anymore. And Chris showed me all these bottles of androgel the doctor they got him, and he didn't even use them. So I got a couple tubes. I was like, oh, this shit's great. Just lather that up in the morning. You'll have road rage in time for the morning commute. Okay, Harrison Bader takes the first pitch. Ball. 287 average, 9 home runs, 27 RBIs, and a permed mullet to make him the peacock of any trailer park. And there's a ball, 1-0. What's up, Dare? Come on, Dare. Let's get Durr on the show here. there is Dare. What's up, Dare? She is not impressed. 2-0 to Bader. Swing and a miss. And he does like a, if I'm seeing this right, he does a little shimmy before each pitch. Now we've seen the pitchers that have the doo-doo squats or weird mannerisms before each pitch. But Bader, let me see this again, does a little shoulder shimmy. Yeah, there it is, the shoulder shimmy and then strikeout. No, that's a strike 2. I knew he was a cocky son of a bitch. What's up, Dare? Guys, you're not alone. 3 out of 4 men in their 40s suffer from ED, low T, or PD. And Bader flips that foul. Still 2-2. Listen, if you get your hands on a tube of androgel, I just, hope your wife doesn't have osteoporosis, because you are going to crush that pelvic. You're going to be the new alpha nightmare on the block. You're going to start wearing skin-tight t-shirts. That pitch is change up high. Full count to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. All right, the old number 1 calling for the fastball. And that is a walk. Not even close. So, cocky, permed mullet guy goes to first with 2 outs. Yeah, and speaking of low T, long-term side effects of low testosterone, maybe producer Beth can help us with that. The pitch, that's fouled back. 0-1, DeYoung batting for the Cardinals with 2 outs and a runner on first. But regardless, low testosterone long-term has its own problems. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what they are. Here comes the 0-1. Change up, pulled foul. 0-2. Maybe go to Kroger or GNC and get some testosterone booster. Now what that does, that is supposed to help you increase your testosterone level to a normal place. So if you have normal testosterone and you take a testosterone booster, it's probably not going to be that wildly beneficial. But if you have low testosterone, a testosterone booster might help you get that to closer to a normal level. Whether it's the product that Frank Thomas is selling with that Nugenic stuff, there's a lot of different formulas out there. Sometimes it's labeled as boner medicine, sometimes it's just a testosterone enhancer. 0-2 pitch coming up to DeYoung. Swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout. So the Braves take care of business in the bottom of the 6th. They have a 4-3 lead going into the 7th. Very good. And hopefully we'll have some updates on the other games for you shortly. Let's take a quick break here. In fact, let's bring up, during the break, we'll bring up some of the crypto prices. And wow, look at AMC dropping below 30. It's been a while since that's happened. Oh, I don't even own BlackBerry anymore, but BlackBerry at $9.85. VeChain at 8 cents. Harmony's OneCoin at 7 cents. And those are all trading, like VeChain was trading at 20 cents, over 20 cents before the crypto crash. So looking to see that get back to over 20 cents. Dogecoin at 19.9. And I don't even have Ethereum or Bitcoin up there, but there's your Dogecoin. Speaking of the worker shortage in America, I can't remember any time in my life where I've had so many people offer me jobs. I don't know what it's like to be in demand. Genesis Cabrera is a new pitcher for the Cardinals. His parents were huge Phil Collins fans. They love Genesis. Ozzy Albies at the plate for the Braves. Oh yeah, I should move this camera to the TV. Ozzy pops out straight up. Second baseman's going to have that. Yeah, I've been moving the camera. It actually sits better right here. Oh, that's a little loppy. Let me fix that. There's a home run replay. Solaire's homer earlier in the 5th. 432 feet, straightaway center. Let's see if he can do it again. 0-1 now. So we're in the top of the 7th. 1 out, nobody on. Braves with a 1-run lead. The 0-1 is hit foul. Let's get the dugout going. Let's get the one-hitter going. My landlord offered me a part-time job. Oh, bad call. They're going to ring up Soler on that inside fastball. Didn't even touch the plate. 2 away. A radio consultant offered me a job. I think he just wants someone to do client acquisitions, and basically it's a sales job, so I don't know. But it's a well-known consultant in the industry, so maybe I need to talk to the guy. And Freeman's going to ground that one to first. The first baseman flips to the pitcher, and that will do it for the Braves. A quick top of the 7th. The pitcher's spot will be first for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 7th. All right. Well, I just stretched them out, so let's talk a little crypto. If you need to take a bathroom break and you don't care about crypto, go ahead. I will bring that screen up a little bit. So basically, what is going on? Let me just summarize everything for you. I would not say that we're in a bull market yet, but now is a great time to start paying attention. If you've been thinking about maybe investing in crypto, or you're trying to decide a good entry time, I don't tell people when to buy or when to sell or that kind of thing, but I will say that now is an interesting time to get involved. The prices are still low from the last crash, and the buying pressure is starting to mount. So we're starting to see the long buyers, the people that plan on holding it for a long time, they're starting to invest in it more and more. So when that buying pressure overtakes the shorts, overtakes the bears, then the prices will start to climb again. And we have seen the prices of Bitcoin, of course, everything follows Bitcoin. That has gone up from a bottom of 28,000 in the last month, hitting 40,000 now. So 25% there. Ethereum up 30%. Ethereum Classic up nearly 30% on the last 3-4 weeks. So maybe we will be entering a bull market shortly. Now, of course, if you go out and buy it today, it could all come crashing tomorrow. So that's another thing I want to mention about cryptos in general. It's not like buying stocks, and I've learned this the hard way. You can go out and buy crypto and say, I'm going to hold it. I'm going to be a long-term holder. Just remember, the price at some point is going to crash back down, and then over the months it's going to go back up, and it's going to crash back down. If you look at it historically, it keeps doing that. It's like a roller coaster over and over, which for day traders is a wet dream for making money. For guys like me, it can cause a lot of anxiety. So if you want to hold it long term, just remember when you decide to sell it, sell it near all-time highs. And there's going to be a pitching change here for the Braves as Brian Snicker, the human peanut, comes to the mound. And I'm getting some buffering from the ESPN, so hopefully I haven't gotten behind too far here. Normally I watch on the Roku, but I'm betting watching on the internet's even slower. Even more latency. So maybe this is one of those strategic moves. We're having a call to the bullpen before the first pitch is thrown. Is that what just happened? So maybe they saw the batter coming up in the pitcher spot and said, hey, we're going to go to the bullpen. So the bottom of the 7th yet to be underway. So that'll give me just a quick more moment to wrap up my crypto chat. So don't treat it necessarily. You can treat it as a long-term stock. You just got to know that it's going to be up and down. I mean, I was up 5G, took the money, and then I FOMO'd back in. FOMO, the fear of missing out. When you see something doing really well and you want to get in on it, it's too late. Okay? So don't, Dogecoin, look at it now. It's at 19 cents. When that thing is back at 60 cents, 70 cents, don't start buying it then. I think that's just the biggest lesson I've figured out from trading in crypto the last few months is that you got to be willing to sell it. Crypto is not like buying AT&T stock or buying. I've got some Apple stock, which is done great. It's up 5-6% the last 6 weeks. Beautiful, but it's not up 30% in the last 3 weeks like the crypto. So my game plan is when Dogecoin gets to Well, it all depends. But I do plan on selling it the next bull run. You know what? Probably about a week before Doge 1 launches to the moon. Literally, there's a satellite called Doge 1, quarter 1 going to the moon. A week, maybe 2 weeks before that goes, that might be a great time to sell, because we've seen what happens with hype. Like when Elon was on SNL, all the hype came before the event. All the price increases, all the ripping came before his appearance. So, and there is a ball as the bottom of the 7th is underway. All right, well, next game we'll talk more about crypto. If you have any questions, just hit me up in the dugout. But let's get back to baseball now. As Carpenter is batting for the Cardinals and Martin pitching for the Braves. And the last comment I'm seeing in the dugout is A-Bombs. Guys, you're not alone. 3 out of 4 men in their 40s suffer from ED. Make sure my chat box is updating. Inside to Carpenter, 2-1. The 2-1. And that's going to be a dying quail to center. Base hit for the Cardinals. Carpenter on first. Five likes. Thank you very much. Keep them coming. Yeah, let's get a subscriber or 2. So the Cardinals got a runner on first. And we are resyncing with ESPN at the moment. Oh, we've lost the feed there. Hang on. All right, we're just going to reconnect with the network here. That's going to take us about 30 seconds, so I apologize for the delay. Hopefully we won't miss anything here. And even if I went out and got Bally's, where all the Braves game on Bally's, I'm probably just going to get Marlins games because I live in Florida. I think I'd have to get like the MLB network. All right, our connection is now being established with Sat1. All right, now the whole system is locked up. All right, guys, my whole system is frozen up, so I don't know if this is even working anymore. Now this broadcast has had a long night. I think everything's waking up now. And we're going to take a quick break and work out the technical issue. We'll be right back. Stand by, more Braves and Cardinals straight ahead on the Bone Crusher Show.
Start on that. He was in full sprint, and Chris Martin never even looked.
Well, you asked the question about what is that veteran experience? Well, there it is. Hard to put that in the analytics department, but that's a great read and a great understanding of when to go. Swanson is behind him, and he was able to get a big enough lead to just take off.
But Doug, you talk all the time about respecting 90 feet. I mean, those are two really important bags advanced here. Second and third, one out. A whole lot different than the double play in order first and second with one out.
Yeah, and they effectively, the Braves just gave that away.
Yeah.
They gave it away, and they assumed something about Carpenter, and Carpenter took advantage of it.
Goldschmidt elevates this. Is it going to be deep enough? Soler is ready to fire. Carpenter is coming. And the throw goes to third, and we are tied on the sacrifice. And that stolen base from Carpenter is huge.
Beyond huge. I mean, that's baseball. It's a great play by Carpenter. Puts himself to third base. It changes how Martin approaches the hitter. Goldschmidt does a nice job of just saying, let me just get it elevated and deep enough, and I can get the run across. So that's very well executed by the Cardinals, and that was a smart baseball. I mean, Carpenter showed why he still has an impact in this game.
Tim loves to say you just go to the ballpark and you never know what you're going to see. Matt Carpenter at the front end of a double steal would be one of those things you just wouldn't think you'd see.
But when you look at Martin, there's many pitches he's not even looking at second base. He's just not even, and so after a while you start to time that out. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, you just start figuring out that he has a pattern.
You just don't often see a double steal like that in the seventh inning of a game where there isn't even a throw made because both guys made it so easily.
Yeah. And you understand Martin, it's focal point trying to get the hitter, but he ended up inducing the chance for the Cardinals to put two runners in scoring position in one play.
Between 2018, 19, and 20, Matt Carpenter stole, let's see, 10 total bases. He didn't steal any in 2020. He had 1 in 2021.
And how many were third? Probably not many.
No. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nolan Arenado. Go ahead run. Edman is down at second base.
And Martin has to be careful. He's getting into this pattern again. Now, yes, it makes sense to pay a lot of attention to Arenado. But Martin's coming set and not even looking at second base. He's done that a number of pitches. So you go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, go. You know, he just has a pattern. So if you want to take off, and Arenado's a hitter that's going to induce a lot of breaking balls, stuff in the dirt, all the more powerful to get the running start. Now, and yes, you don't want to make an out at third. You don't want to make that third out at third. And that's where the analytics department's going to be mad at you. But if you have a tip like that, take advantage of it.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Arenado. A 3-run home run in the first inning for Nolan.
That was a really good take. That pitcher only missed by a couple inches. Tendency to chase that high heater, and he stayed off it.
Set up outside. Arenado beats it into the ground.
Yes.
He thought about just tagging Edman, but he throws across the diamond for the out. The Cardinals get the job done thanks to the veteran Matt Carpenter. Single up the middle. He steals.
All right. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but the Braves had their own difficulties too. So tie game, 4-4 now. It's getting a little long in the tooth there. Heading to the 8th. All right, was it Wednesday night baseball? Game of the week on the Bone Crusher Show. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's see, you could be watching the Olympics. What's on the Olympics right now? Let's see. Is it badminton? Is it trick skating? Synchronized swimming? Oh, the long jump. I forgot about the long jump. The triple jump. Not the long jump. Oh. All right, triple jump. All right, there you go. Synchronize triple jumping. All right, we're in a break. Going to the top of the 8th, the Braves 1 game away from 500 yet again. That story's getting a little old. And have not had a new subscriber yet this show. Let's see if we can pick one up. Our last subscriber was Sports Simulation Show. Ethan Castles and Mary Ann. Those are our most recent 3 subscribers. Welcome to the Bone Crusher Show. Maybe cornhole could be an Olympic sport. If they put cornhole on the Olympics, I will never watch the Olympics again. I will lose all respect for that institution. I mean, these cornhole guys are starting to show up on ESPN at 3 in the morning now, and they have like their almost like a NASCAR shirt. You know, it's got all their sponsorships or something on it. I mean, sponsorships, you know, like the Lolo gas station or Larry's Yard landscaping service. You know, they're not like real sponsors, but you got to start somewhere. Giovanni, I didn't catch his last name. New pitcher for the Cardinals. The Braves 0-11 in games tied after 7 innings. I don't think that stat really means anything. And there is a strike to start things off at the top of the 8th. Austin Riley, 0 for 3 on the night. I don't even like to play cornhole, A-Bomb. That's a ball, 1-1 to Riley. When I go play cornhole, it's like, is this over yet? I mean, I can't get through a game of cornhole without getting completely bored. I mean, horseshoes is more fun than cornhole. Here comes the 1-1 to Riley. He goes the other way, base hit. He tags that to right. Nice single. And we talked earlier in the game about all the work Riley has done with Chipper Jones. And I really got to think that has paid off huge dividends. Riley's turned into a great hitter this season. He's definitely turned the corner. What's his average? About 280, 290? I bet Austin Riley knows his way around a cornhole. If you're a Southern boy, if you're a good cracker, you most certainly know how to play some cornhole. All right, Dansby having another good night. Goes the other way. Foul. So Riley on first, nobody out. Swanson 3 for 3 on the night. Hungry for more. Anyway, A-Bomb's probably glad to have the night off. He's been doing all the heavy lifting with the Braves reaction shows lately. Got to rest those pipes, brother. The 0-1 to Swanson. And he gets behind that one. He turns on the changeup. Is it fair or foul? Upper deck. Foul. Man, that was almost a highlight. One of the longest foul balls I've seen this year. Counts 0-2 to Riley. Giovanni Gallegos pitching for the Cardinals. Inside, 1-2. Cornhole is a big televised sport now. ESPN, the Ocho. Yeah, they had a big cornhole tournament in Dublin when I was at Y96, and they interviewed the guy on there, one of the players. I'll tell you what he said after this pitch to Swanson. Giovanni kicks and fires. That's inside. 2-2. I guess during our interview with him, someone asked him about income, and I think they said that, and this was probably, 4 or 5 years ago, they were making some money, but not enough to quit their job yet. But they said that it was really moving in that direction. That, if you're a cornhole champion 4 or 5 years ago, you could almost quit your job. So by now, and Swanson inside out that one for a base hit. Riley's going to go to third. On the corners with nobody out. We got ourselves a ball game. 4-4 here in the 8th. Braves sniffing for that 500 average. I don't think these Braves are even close to giving up. I mean, I've seen a lot of Braves fans on the Facebook group pages bitching and moaning, giving up. They've quit on the team. I don't see any quit in this team. I don't see any reason to quit. 2.5 games behind the Mets. Riley's hitting a ton. Freddie's back to his old form. Swanson's been on fire. And here's Duvall, who had a home run in the game. Radio on steroids. Yeah, A-Bomb has turned the TV off. Going for the intimate setting of radio on steroids. It's me, you, and the Atlanta Braves hunting for the playoffs. The St. Louis Cardinals on the verge of falling prey. Here's the 0-1 to Duvall. Giovanni steps off the mound. Pressure cooker. Your butt feels like an about to explode bratwurst. And do apologize if you have any buffering issues. That should clear up shortly. The 0-1 to Duvall. I'm already thinking about what my home run call is going to be. That's low. 1-1. I should have had all my Skip Carey clips loaded up, ready to play. The 1-1 to Duvall. Runners take their lead. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 94 miles an hour, right down the middle of the plate. And we have a soccer update for you. Montreal 2, Atlanta United 2 in FT. Does that mean full time, final time? What does that mean? Is it a tie game? What happened? I know A-Bomb can enlighten us. The 1-2. Duvall pops that one up. Foul out of play. 85 miles an hour. Gallegos. Things have slowed down just a little bit in this crucial situation. And here comes the 1-2. Eventually, I have never seen a pitcher take that long to come set. That is very unusual. And then he just steps off the mound. Taking the pitcher a long time to bring the pitch. So you got Riley at third. Swanson on first, I believe. Swing and a miss. Not even a good pitch. Duvall goes fishing there. So that's a strikeout. One away. Four likes. Well, I guess if you count me, 5 likes. Thank you very much. And the Giants are leading the D-backs 1-0. And here's an update on the Mets and the Marlins. And it's a final. The fucking Mets, the Metropolitans, won 5-3. So the Braves definitely want to get that victory tonight to stay 2.5 games behind the Mets. The pitch. Change up. He did not check his swing. 0-1 to Heredia now. Guillermo Heredia, 1 for 3. Get an RBI tonight. Heredia waits. And he's going to have to wait. This pitcher is slow. There it is. And another check swing. And the first base ump rings him up. 0-2. Let's see if he went around there. I wasn't so sure about that call. Yeah, I guess he went around. And man, there's something sticky on the floor. I mean, it's Waffle House pancake syrup. I have so much Waffle House pancake syrup in storage here. I must eat a lot of all that shit. I'm gonna have to clean the floor. All my Tupperware is Waffle House Tupperware too. 0-2 pitch. Wow, this guy takes forever to come set. Slowly looks in, steps off again. So he is trying to get into the timing of the Atlanta Braves hitters. You know, I've never seen a pitcher. You know, of course, every pitcher tries to throw off the batter's timing, maybe a little hiccup in their delivery or something. But this guy comes, he's coming set, he's coming set, he's still coming set, he's standing upright. Now he peeks in and throws, and it takes him about, I don't know, 10 to 12 seconds, I guess, really, to get that pitch off. And you don't know when. It could be 12 seconds. It could be 5 seconds. His delivery is changing. So I guess that's one of his little tricks. That's unusual. Tries to get into your rhythm. A 1-2 pitch. He steps off yet again. Giovanni is bringing this game to a complete standstill. That's his first name. Okay, FT in soccer means game over. Full time, I guess. And they finally got the wave going in Busch Stadium. And maybe we'll get the... No, now the catcher calls for time. I mean, the Cardinals cannot get a ball over the plate right now to save their life. So we're going to reset again. Heredia, 1 for 3 on the night. Counts 1-2. The Braves have runners on first and third in Riley and Swanson. It's all tied up at 4, top of the 8th. And the 1-2 pitch to Heredia. Outside, it gets away from the catcher. Riley stays at third. Swanson stays at first. Nine in the house. Welcome aboard, everyone. There's Keckerman is back. That reminds me, I think Montreal should bring back the Expos. Yeah, the wave. A slightly post-pandemic wave. 2-2, that's low. Bounces by the plate, full count. You know, Skip Carey would be pissed about people doing the wave in this situation, because if you're a baseball fan, this is a very crucial part of the game and not a time to be clowning around. I only remember Skip Carey as a bitter man, not the fun-loving drinker that he used to be. Remember when TBS had their own Olympics? Like the World Games? Skip Carey did the World Games coverage, and he was a delight back then. All right, full count. 1 out. Dansby takes his lead. And the pitch. Heredia goes golfing and fouls that one off. Swanson was on the move. So maybe they're thinking about a hit and run or maybe a double steal, like a delayed double steal. I'd like to see that right now. The catcher's got a lot to manage right now with this pitcher here, so maybe he won't anticipate the delayed double steal. Mark Lane is in the house. Go fucking Braves. Real Braves fans are here right now. The bitches have already gone home. Full count. Heredia still batting. This is taking forever. Outside check swing and still a... No, that's a walk. All right. Did he check his swing there? No, that was about the same as the last time when they did call a strike on a check swing. So a bit of a break for the Braves there. Looked like Heredia might have gone around, but the first base ump said no swing. So that's a walk. So it's Riley at third, Swanson at second, Heredia at first with 1 out. And who is that going to bring up for Atlanta? Let's go to the dugout right now. Does anyone remember the Quincy's Steakhouse in Milledgeville? It was like a poor man's Sizzler. Quincy's. You know, and when you think of places like Golden Corral, Ryan Steakhouse, Sizzler, Western Sizzler, which those are 2 different things, I believe. Quincy's, I forgot about the Quincy's Steakhouse. Was that on 441, barely outside of town? Come breathe on our macaroni. It's Quincy's Steakhouse. We've extended our sneeze guard 3.5 inches, so it's Vogt. VOGT, our new catcher at bat with the bases loaded. Outside. Near the mall. It's been a long time, Milledgeville, Georgia. All right, the 1-0. There is a strike. It's over the corner. 1-1. And if you're watching along on television, make sure you pause your TiVo or DVR and sync us up. I know A-Bomb has just shut off the TV altogether. If you're traveling and listening to us on radio, glad to have you aboard. I know you can't chat, but we know you're here in spirit. And here comes the 1-1 to Vogt. Tries to go the other way, but foul. So stay out of the double play here. Peterson in the hole. Thanks for your blog. Well, if you're talking to me, Mark Lane, you are welcome, sir. You may have missed our crypto chat earlier. I believe, if I remember correctly, Mark dabbles in the cryptocurrency trade. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Giovanni kicks and fires, and that's going to be stroked to center. That should score a run. Third, Riley tags. He comes home. Braves take the lead. 5-4 Atlanta. Nice sack RBI to deep center field. Beautiful. So 2 outs now. Runners on the corners. Braves up by 1. Here in the top of the 8th. Six likes. Thank you very much. Keep them coming. Let's get a sub check. We're sitting at 462 subscribers. The next subscriber gets a free gallon of windshield wiper fluid, available at your local area AutoZone. All right, Peterson, batting .247. Outside, ball 1. Peterson, one of the many acquisitions we've brought in to make a run at the playoffs here. We know that the Mets did win their game today over the Marlins. So the Braves not only need this win to go 500, but to stay 2.5 back of the Metropolitans. That's called a strike. Just caught the plate. And it was the Lakers over the Kings in NBA summer basketball. Or the Lakers are leading the Kings. I'm all basketballed out. I don't watch a lot of that G League or D League. All right. Peterson waits for the 1-1. The pitch. Another one that catches the corner for a strike, 1-2. Swanson at third. Peterson digs in. Kicks and fires. Peterson turns on it. And that gets away from the right fielder, who slides. It rolls back into center field. 1 run will score. The outfielders collide. Another run will score. 7-4 Atlanta. As Ruth Bader Ginsburg, mullet perm guy, collides with the right fielder. So what a play there. Holy cow. So the right fielder makes a diving attempt and almost catches it, but the ball shoots away from him and it starts rolling towards center field. So he gets up, tries to run it down. Yeah, it's like it shot off the back of his cleat, like it really ricocheted right off his foot. Then him and Bader collide as they both scramble to get the errant ball, and they both overshoot it. So what a break for the Braves there. I mean, the missed catch is not an error, but colliding, running into your center fielder, how can you miss him with that big perm mullet? Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And we're going to have a pitching change. What a wild play. Bacon, eggs, and toast up. I'm going to use that call next time, Mark Lane. I like that. All right, pitching change. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Braves have taken the lead and threatening to bust it wide open. All right. We are in a break. Pitching change underway for the St. Louis Cardinals as they're getting rocked by the Braves here in the 8th. The Braves have put up 3 in the top of the 8th to take the lead 7-4. And one of our questions of the day is we're about to get started here at Busch Stadium. What Olympic event do you think should not be in the Olympics? First, the pitch. On the corner for a strike. Garcia, new pitcher for the Cardinals. 6 games, a 9.0 ERA in 6 innings. We've got badminton, trick skating, and synchronized anything. Outside, 1-1. Ozzy Albies, 17 homers on the season. He's got a lot of RBIs too, but now he's leading off now. So I don't know if he'll get so many RBI opportunities. Ozzy hits that one shallow left field. That's going to be out number 3. But the Braves take a nice lead here. And that you will probably see that play on ESPN. That allowed 2 Braves runners to score. All right, bottom of the 8th coming up next. Play-by-play reaction sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. If you look in the description of the video, we got some sports swag for sale. And you can also just go to the webpage and browse around. Get all browsy. We'll be right back. Is it true that in the original Olympics that the athletes were often naked? I'm gonna have to fact check that. You know, a controversy at the Olympics this year is we're heading back to Busch Stadium. Some of the women athletes, like the beach volleyball players, required to wear bikinis. Very small bikinis. Luke Jackson in the pitch now for the Braves. And there is a strike to get us started in the bottom of the 8th. Braves up 7-4. Just 6 outs away from going 500 and staying 2.5 games behind the Mets. So the Mets and the Phillies both won tonight. That looked like a strike to me, but called ball. 1-1 to O'Neill. Check swing. Called strike 1-2. Ominous stat. The last 9 times the Braves had opportunity to reach 500, they lost. We know that story. That was a ball, by the way, 2-2. Yeah, never seen anything like that, right? It's kind of like the crypto market where you're watching a stock or a crypto and it hits, it's trying to hit 500. We'll say that's the price for the stock, for example. 2-2. Oh, that hits him. So O'Neill goes to first on the hit batter. So maybe you're following a hot stock and it keeps hitting that $500 share mark. It keeps getting knocked down. Then it goes back up and it gets knocked down again. That's called a line of resistance. So that's the Braves' line of resistance. And I think once we bust through that, we got through that resistance, it's going to be the playoffs before we see any more resistance. I think it's going to be open waters, nothing but profits. Sky's the limit. Here is the pitch, and that is a ball. Gets away from the catcher. Molina at bat for the Cardinals. Swing and a miss. So Molina ahead of the changeup there, 1-1. So a nice changeup to counter Jackson's fastball, which he's thrown about 97 tonight. And Molina takes that for a ball. 1 on, nobody out for the Cardinals. Braves up 7-4. The veteran Molina digs in. The 2-1 fouled off. Molina couldn't turn around. He was ahead of the changeup and he was behind the fastball. The older you get, the harder it is to make those adjustments in real time. Molina's going to have to guess what this next pitch is going to be because he can't react to the fastball. And he's going to get ahead of that changeup. It's a slow roller to Riley. He's got it on the run, and he throws him out. Runner advances to second. 1 away. So Molina was ahead of the changeup and ended up pulling it. Slow roller down the third base line. Riley charged it, fielded it cleanly, and threw a bullet right over to Freeman. We say this every time that happens. O'Reilly, a really great third baseman. Burks in the back of the house want to know how the workday was. The world is backwards. Change up high, but a strike. 0-1. So Mark had a good work day. A-Bomb always puts such a positive spin on the work day, even on a bad day. He's like, well, always, that's there's a swing and a miss, 0-2. I mean, and that's the kind of stuff I think in the corporate world they try to teach you and help people with. Jackson's got the count 0-2 right now. To Bader, one of the guys involved in the collision in the outfield. And he strikes out. And he does the shoulder shimmy, which is, I don't know, am I at a disco club? Why are you doing a shimmy, Bader? If you saw that shimmy that Trae Young did for the Hawks in the playoffs, it kind of reminds me of that. Not quite as exaggerated, but I've never seen a batter shimmy. Brainwashing. Well, I mean, perception is reality, as that is fouled pretty deep, but foul there. Paul DeYoung, 0-3 on the night. Yeah, I've been out of the corporate world for years, for I guess about 10 years now, but with this freelance job, I have to interact with people who are in the corporate world. Outside, 1-1. So runner on second. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. The Braves up by 3. Cardinals trying to chip away at that right now with a runner on second. The pitch. And that's some hit to center field. But we got it. We got it. Out number 3. So the Cardinals go down there. We go to the top of the 9th. And some of the things that I've seen, kind of looking, someone on the outside looking into their corporate world, for one thing, we're in a break now, they got the micromanagement software, where they manage all the day-to-day tasks. They can see what everyone's up to. They can really, pin you down and make sure you're doing this and that, which is fine. When there's a huge company and a lot to manage, you got to have some sort of software to handle that. But I guess, like the other day, someone asked me over there, they said, oh, hey, can you do some other things? It's like, yeah, but what is it? So, I was like, oh, sure. What do you need? And it was something that I don't normally do. It was not video and audio editing. It was something data entry-ish. Obviously this person had their hands full. They just wanted help. And it's like, the thing about asking somebody for help before they know what it is, that kind of give you the bum's rush. That's a corporate tactic. All right, we're in a break right now. Going to the 9th. Braves will be batting in the top of the 9th. And if you're just joining us, the Braves were tied up 4-4 in the 8th. But we had one play where their outfielders collided after the right fielder kicked the ball. He got up and tried to chase it down, and the center fielder was trying to chase it down, and they ran into each other. So, I mean, seeing a ball get kicked, and then the next time they try to pick it up, those guys collide. I mean, it was really ugly in that way. That'll probably land on a Sports Folly tape. If you remember those Sports Illustrated Sports Volley tapes. Folly tapes. So A-Bomb's company has software that can tell them when he's doing stuff. Yeah, their ability to track stuff now, and it's not necessarily a nefarious thing they're doing. Nefarious, I mean, but to them, they're tools. If they send out, if a company sends out a document and wants to know, well, how many people have read the document that they've sent out? That's something important to track, but that's low. 1-1 to Soler, who had a home run tonight. Yeah, Producer Beth is right. They are spying on you, but of course they're just trying to improve efficiency. They're not trying to necessarily catch you doing stuff. They just want to optimize their system, optimize what people are doing. So I jokingly call it micromanagement software. That's high. So counts 3-1 Soler here in the top of the ninth. And when I complete a task or I mark it as done in their micromanagement software, a unicorn flies across the screen. Oh, Soler fouls that off his leg and he goes down like a sack of potatoes. Oh, he's hurt. He's trying to get up. He is up on his own power. He's trying to walk it off. I mean, he's got the big shin guard on. Let's see if it missed the shin guard. Oh, yeah, that went off the top of the foot. Ouch. Ooh. Yeah, it's between the top of the foot and the ankle, so that's going to take him a minute. And look what the cat dragged in. It's Sergeant Gibby in the house. Welcome aboard, Sarge. All right, Soler's going to stay in, a 3-2. And he tries to jack that one. It's pretty deep, but they're going to have that at the warning track for out number 1. Just watch ESPN Sports Center tonight, and you will get to see a replay of that wacky play in the top of the 8th. Freddie Freeman, heavy lumber, steps in. And Freddie Freeman is back in form and crushing stuff these days. Freddie goes the other way. Oh, sliding catch from the left fielder for out number 2. Last time we saw their outfielders dive for something, turned into a series of misfortunes. I'm going to go back and listen to my call on that wacky play. I might save that. But that time O'Neill with a good defensive play right there. Swing and a miss. Big cut from Riley comes up empty. So here we go. Riley batting .292. 22 homers, 63 RBIs. Swing and a miss. Two outs, nobody on, 0-2 to Riley. I think he was trying to launch something there. Outside. Mark Lane calling for the sweep. And Riley goes down looking. Fastball caught the lower edge of the plate. So the pitcher spot is up next, followed by Edman and Carlson for the Cardinals in the bottom of the ninth. And Braves, finally, looks like we might possibly have that 500 average if we can hold on tonight. Bust through that line resistance. And the next thing you know, we're on a 5-10 game winning streak. All right, bottom of the ninth next. Let me take a quick break here. More play-by-play reaction straight ahead. Bone Crusher Show, sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Got some swag. Check out the swag in the description of the video. Will Smith will be the new pitcher for the Braves. Comes in with a 3.24 ERA in 41 2/3 innings. And a 1.08 on that all-important whip average. All right, welcome back to the Bone Crusher Show. Bottom of the ninth coming up. Braves 3-run lead. And it's going to be Sosa. Edmundo Sosa batting in the pitcher spot. Pinch hitting for the Cardinals. Comes in 251 average, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. And if the Cardinals lose this game, they will fall below 500. And there is a strike from Smith. So, first pitch. Bottom of the ninth, underway. Thanks for staying with us to the end of this game. You have been rewarded. The Braves' victory virtually guaranteed. That was a strike, by the way. 0-2, swing and a miss. So strike out. Down goes Sosa. Back to the top of the lineup for the Cardinals. Two outs away from hitting 500. The countdown is on. That is high. It's a mental barrier in many ways. Being a 500 or better team feels a lot different than being below 500. And there is a grounder. Ozzie catches it, spins, fires, and throws him out. Nice D. So Ozzie went a little deep in the hole there and cleanly fielded that grounder. And the move we see him do time and time again, where he just spins, fires, and it finds Freddie right in the chest. So 2 outs. I didn't think we would be this excited to be a 500 team, but it feels like we're on the verge of breaking through. O'Neill fouls that one off. Check it. Carlson fouls that one off. 0-1. Mark Lane says, bye, Dingo. The 0-1. That's inside. 1-1, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 9th, Braves 2 strikes away from a very important win. And that is a strike, 1-2. Astros trailing the Dodgers 2-7 in the 6th, by the way. And we do know that the Mets and the Phillies both won. So Smith comes set. Here comes the 1-2. Low. So there's a crypto called Dingo. Is that right? A dingo ate your baby. All right. Our 10th attempt to break 500. The 2-2. It just foul. And we've got a sale on the board at treasurehunt.ga. 2 original paintings have just been purchased. Thank you very much, Braves fans, supporting the channel at treasurehunt.ga. Here's our situation if you're just tuning in. The Braves lead by 3. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, and the 2-2 pitch coming to Carlson. Smith kicks and fires, and that's going to be fouled off. Still 2-2. The Braves on the verge of going 500. Something we have tried and failed to do over and over again. Keep knocking on that door. But the Braves haven't given up. They've gone out and picked up a lot of help. We've been plagued by injury, but management has stepped up and brought in some hired guns. The 2-2 pulled foul. So Carlson battling to stay alive. Not a good-looking swing. He was just fighting that off. The 2-2 pitch again. This time he swings through it. The ball kind of gets away from the catcher, so he has to pick it up, throw over to Freeman at first, and the Braves have won. Your final, Atlanta 7, the Cardinals 4, and the Braves do indeed go 500 on our 10th attempt. So congratulations, Braves. Congratulations, Braves fans. There you go. I think from here on out, we're going to see a different team. So Mark Lane says Dingo is trading at, I don't even know what number that is. Tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, 100,000s, 400,000ths of a penny or something. So buy your Dingo coin. We got it, Gibby. We got that out. We took care of business. An interesting game. Striking out on the poo-poo slider. Yeah. That poo-poo slider looked really good tonight. I'm scrolling through some of the chats. Oh, Campbell Boys, welcome in. Thank you for the like, Campbell Boys. Sorry I didn't see that sooner. Did Gibby say something nice about Snitker? Snitker was smart in taking out Smiley. And they're showing the Mets Miami highlights now. Yeah. So the Mets did beat the Marlins there, unfortunately. And our play of the game, our treasurehunt.ga play of the game, that would have happened in the top of the 8th inning when the Braves scored 2 runs on a wild defensive mishap. Actually, 2 defensive mishaps in a single play. The right fielder sliding to make the catch and get the final out, kicks the ball into center field, gets up, tries to chase it down, and the center fielder, Bader, also tries to chase it down. They collide, miss the ball. allowing 2 Atlanta runners to score. You will see that play on ESPN SportsCenter tonight and probably on your Facebook feed later on this evening. So that was a very interesting play. Unfortunately, the Phillies won and the Mets also won tonight. So the Braves, now at 500, are just 2.5 games behind the Mets. So the playoff hunt is totally for real. I want to thank our moderator at large, A-Bomb, in the dugout tonight, taking care of business. Make sure you subscribe to him. He's been doing a lot of extra work this season. I haven't been able to do as many games, so we want to thank him for doing that. And glad he got some rest tonight. We know he'll be back soon. Well, shout-outs coming out to Sergeant Gibby and Mark Lane. A-Bomb, Campbell boys. Who else did I miss? Oh, yeah, Burks was here. We won Burks. Keckerman. Yeah, Keckerman was here multiple times through the game, keeping up with the Braves tonight. Cincinnati crew. Our visitor from Cincinnati, Brandon Schutz. Thank you for joining us tonight, Brandon. In MLS action, by the way, Atlanta tied. The United tied Montreal 2-2. And I think that's all the Atlanta teams. I think the Atlanta Cornhole team also won. Speaking of cornhole, let's check on the Olympics real quick. Oh no, it's no matter what is going on in the world on NBC, I guess on any of the networks, whatever they're carrying, they have to stop and go to local news. It's the Olympics. And Mike Tirico, whoever's doing the Olympics, has to say, I'm sorry, we got to stop what we're doing here so you can watch your local news and get all the fire and murder updates. I mean, that's been a thing for decades. That's been going on probably since forever, since they really got the network started. I mean, you can't opt out of the local news. That's not a So no Olympic updates. We got local news instead. So let's go wrap it up and call it a night. We'll get you a final crypto update. The Dogecoin at 20 cents now. Boy, and look at that. And we're not going to really talk about AMC, but we haven't seen AMC dip below 30 since it took off. Since it, it was like at $10-14 and went on that big rip all the way up to 70. So we haven't seen it this low in a long time. VeChain at 8 cents, Harmony Ones at 7 cents. Those are all at least 50% off their highs a couple months ago, and I would anticipate those altcoins getting back to where they were a couple months ago before the end of the year, maybe sooner. It's possible we'll have a bull run soon. We're seeing a lot more buying pressure. Bitcoin is up to about 40,000 now from 28,000 just some weeks ago, so that's a big upswing. Ethereum has been bulletproof. That's at that was at 27,000 earlier tonight. Oh, I'm just seeing your comment, Gibby, about their pitcher who took a minute to throw one pitch. Yeah, I thought that was the most ridiculous thing I saw. I was waiting for a balk to be called or something, but I guess he has that down, that routine, that trick, if you will. I guess he has that figured out where it's not a balk, but that was ridiculous. All right, well, that'll wrap up the Bone Crush show for tonight. You're updated on your crypto and your Braves. And we'll see if we can take care of business against the Cardinals. Let me see what the Braves schedule is for you real quick. In fact, I'll do it this way. Computer, when are the Atlanta Braves playing? All right, same start time as tonight, 7:15 Central. So I guess that's 8:15 Eastern for tomorrow night. All right, for our moderator Large and producer Beth and treasurehunt.ga, this is the Bone Crusher. Glad to be back after a long hiatus there, and a great result for the Braves. Was really nice to be here for that big win tonight. All right, we'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace out.